What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how I use ChatGPT and AI to go ahead and take my app from being just like a starter app to basically having a full functioning feed view, much like most of the social media apps you have out there. My whole goal with this video is I want to give you the outlining of how to actually give the questionings to AI, to ChatGPT, to go ahead and get to your desired result. So just a little quick outline. I'm going to go ahead and show you how my app's functioning, then move into explanation of how to use ChatGPT. It's not going to be informative where you're following. Well, it's going to be informative. It's not going to be intuitive where you're following and I'm typing all the questions. This is more just an overview. And then on top of that, I'm going to be showing the code in case you guys want to implement this into your own projects. I'm going to show you the code so you can copy and paste it for your own desired outcomes. It's going to be a quick, very informative video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a like if you do, and let's go and get right into it. Okay, so to begin, I just want to show you the actual implementation of the app and the goal that I was trying to achieve. So as you see, this is a feed page which displays videos, and it is fetching it from the database, which I'm using Firebase. And then obviously you can play these videos. So if you're trying to implement something sort of similar into, let's say, your social app or whatever app you're creating that you want to use a video player, I'll be able to show you how to do that, how to load the data in properly, store it as a URL, and then go ahead and fetch that URL to display on this feed page. I'm also going to be showing you the video uploader. So if you have a video uploader pretty similar using Photos UI, obviously you select it. I'll show you how to go ahead and get this video to appear here so you can go ahead and preview the video before you actually upload it. So that's what we're going to be accomplishing today. Let's go ahead and jump right into the code. Okay, so jumping straight into the code. So what I plan to do is basically show you the files that I'm going to be needing to copy and paste to put into ChatGPT to go ahead and get the desired outcomes. And then from there, I'm going to show you the linings of questions that I did with ChatGPT in order to get the final result, which is ultimately changing the feed view to have, instead of images, videos. So that's our whole goal right now. So the files we're going to want to look at for me are the feed view. This is what you saw that we were scrolling, and the feed cell. And we have to let ChatGPT know, hey, we have a feed view, which is scrollable, which has this feed cell, which in it has the image currently that we want to change out for a video. So that's the feed cell. Moving on, we also need to let it know how we upload the image to the actual feed cell itself, or to the Firebase. We need to let it know how we're uploading it to our database so it knows what to change actually. So we're going to go ahead and copy and paste our upload post view. This is, of course, is where we added that selected image, which you guys saw as a video, but we're trying to change from image to video. So this was my upload post. Beforehand it had an image, after it has a video, and of course I'm going to explain this at the end after I show you the lining of questions that I did with ChatGPT, but I want to give you guys an insight of what type of files we need to actually give to chat for the context. So we also need to go ahead and give the upload post view model, and on top of this we're going to want to put the post model so it knows what data is going to be uploaded as the post. And then of course the image uploader. So I had an image uploader whenever I was uploading images, and you're going to want to put that in there so it knows, okay, if we're going to be doing a video, we need to now have a video uploader because it is different, as you can see here. So with that said, this is of course the current code. I want to go ahead and show you what I copied and pasted into ChatGPT. I'll open that up now, and you guys can kind of get a sense of what questions you need to ask ChatGPT in order to get the fulfilled response, because it's not straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and just scroll here. It's like it took me hours and hours to get the desired result. So, and of course I could have asked better questions. I'm gonna give you those tips now, but let's go ahead and just run through what I asked. So you have to give ChatGPT context. So I said, okay, so right now I have the ability to upload a post with an image, but I want to simply change it. Instead of being an image, I want to have a video. So I'm letting it know I want a feed view with videos. And I go ahead and I give it. As you can see, it's an image right now in all this code. And chat answers. Chat's going to give you the basics. So it told me I need to add a video picker presenter, the basic stuff, right? A sheet presented with only videos, and it did, but this isn't the actual final form, and it's not exactly what I needed. So I implemented it enough, and then I had to ask the question again. As you can see, okay, I'm still trying to change the upload post functionality to have a video instead of an image. What do I need to fix in the code? And this time it gave me actually a full line of code. So sometimes it only gives you partial, and you have to ask the question again in a little bit more detail. You have to give it more context. And here you can see it changed all of the code, and I was able to copy and paste directly in. It also had me change the post model. That's why it's important to give all the context, because sometimes chat will give you a fix that's just not good because you didn't give it enough context. And here I went ahead, I made those changes, then I put it back in because I got an error code. This happens most of the time. I said, okay, my feed, I want my feed to display videos instead of images. I'm updating code to upload videos, post instead of images. Can you fix the code? So the code was still not doing it. And as you can see, it's really just this back and forth of putting the changes you made and either any errors coming up. So that's kind of the up play. This is just a little overview. I can go ahead and go into a live example of the questioning you want to do with ChatGBT. This is more just to give you a sense of, hey, if you want to update this change for yourself, if you have current code and you want chat to do it for you, you're going to have to ask these questions. If I jump on over to this chat, and a lot of times with ChatGBT, sometimes it gets confused with the context, and let's say you made enough changes and it seems pretty good. Sometimes you have to just restart, copy and paste all of those files that are relevant context, and you're going to want to re-put it into a new chat like this. And sometimes that helps out a little bit, and then you have to ask the question again to give it context. So I want to keep the video URL string, load the rest of the code, fix the video function, and as you can see, it gives me this load video function. And again, I'm going to explain the code after this, but this is really just to get an idea of what lines of questions. And as you can see, I got an error. You can copy and paste the error put in, and chat will usually be like, apologies, here's the new fixed code. Sometimes you have to do this like 3 or 4 times, and you just have to keep giving it its change, and you can see it will tell you where it made it change. So it's really this just big forward, back and forth. And you guys get the point by now. And let me just show you where I actually got it. And a lot of times it just goes off the deep end and you have to restart the chat. Okay, so I got enough code put in on the right track, and I said I'm trying to change the code to upload a video rather than an image. But I believe I'm close with this code I'm having, but I'm still having trouble with the load functionality. So being specific and saying with that load functionality gives chat an idea to go ahead and pinpoint where the issue might be. And as you can see, it saves it actually gave the correct code and the final code. So with reading all the error messages and actually just looking through the code, of course, you're going to have a deeper understanding of your code. I'm not going to go too far into detail of that, but as you can see, load video function and the save video locally. So this is the final result. It gave it to me. I ended up having like small errors I had to fix, but that's the final code. So as you can see, it's a ton of questioning with ChatGPT. You can keep going. But now I want to go ahead and get into explaining the actual code so you guys can implement it yourself. And I'll give you the code so you can copy and paste it. If you want to change your feed view from being just images to video, it should be straightforward, just copy and paste. Other than that, I might hop into a live example and show you guys, but let's go ahead and move into me explaining the code so you guys can implement this yourselves. Okay, and now for the explanation of the code. If you guys are gonna copy and paste any of the code, I'm gonna give it to you now. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna import AVKit, and of course Photos UI. And then somehow add a presenter, and then image presenter, you're going to need to add that up here as a private variable, set it default value of false. That will pop up. Selection, you want to have the view model selected item, and then for me, I'm only having it for videos, so you can copy that line of code. And then, of course, let's go ahead and hop into the post to view model. This is what you guys are probably going to want. So you're going to want a published variable, a selected item of the photos picker item. That is the selected image or video that you guys saw earlier. You're going to want to create this saved video locally with the data, and it throws to a URL. And this allows for that preview on this upload post video here. That is this selected video URL right here. And that way you can see it. Let's continue. What else are you guys going to need? You're going to need this load video. So this loads obviously that selected video you guys have as the data, which is the video data here, which we then can upload to Firebase. So this is my upload post. Yours is obviously going to be different. It could be a lot more simple, or it can even be more complex. But in hindsight, you're going to want to have it send to a Firebase collection. This is obviously if you're using Firebase, which a lot of people do with Swift, especially for smaller projects. Let the video URL be that selected URL. Create a couple guard statements. Let the post equal all of these things, and then you're going to want to put the video URL as that uploaded video URL. And then you can put some print statements, debug it in case it fails, also to let you know when it's finished. And then, of course, we're going to want to go take a look at this video uploader, because that is the upload video URL. This is what takes the actual data. Let's go jump. It takes the data, it stores it into Firebase, and then it creates it as that URL path. So we then use that URL to go ahead and fetch it to display in our actual feed view. So let's go ahead and look at our feed view now. So when it gets uploaded as a URL, we then can, in my cell, my feed cell, display it using AVKit, video player, pass in the video URL, and of course it's a string, and then it's pretty much that simple. So you guys can kind of see the path line that you're going to need to take. This is all the code I was missing whenever I was trying to do it. I had to do all this with chat, so pause the video where you guys need to, copy what you need. Let me show you the video player, because that's also important. I don't know why I'm leaving that out. So the video player, this is simple code. You're just going to need this bit of information. And then the video player controller. This is a very basic video player. I would just copy this. This video player is what is actually shown on the feed cell here. And you just pass in that video URL, which is the one we store in Firebase. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. This is just the missing code I had and I wish I had, so I'm just sharing it with you guys. Of course, I am not really explaining it in detail. It would be a lot. This is in an app that is kind of concluded with a lot of code, so it'd be hard to sort through, but I did show you the relevant information you guys are going to need. So with that said, that concludes this video. I don't think I'm going to do an example. I'm just going to leave that there. That's how I used ChatGBT and AI to go ahead and take my code from being just a basic image feed cell, feed view with images, turned it into one that is fairly similar to a lot of social media apps out there. There's still more functionality that I'm going to continue to use ChatGBT, and I'll probably show those videos with you guys and examples of using it so you guys get a better sense rather than just looking at past videos. But hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. It's my first video. I'm going to create a lot more. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.